typical with these landfalling tropical systems. Notice all the thunderstorm activity that is developing just offshore, and notice these larger clusters of thunderstorms. We've been actually watching those areas very closely over the last hour or so. We've actually been seeing some rotation with those storms as well. So there's our Hancock County storm. Again, if you live in the Kill, if you live in Diamond Head, take your tornado precautions. Lowest level of your house, interior room or closet, no windows. Cover yourself with towels or bath or cloths or whatever you can to protect yourself, because these storms really have had a history of producing waterspouts that have made it onto land and produced damage. So today the threat is real. I also want to bring you aware, or make you aware, of these storms that are coming into Harrison and Jackson counties. These two storms right here. So here we go. Here's Cat Island. We have Ship Island and Horn Island. These storms now moving into the Sound have been producing waterspouts over the water. What we've seen this morning with this landfalling tropical system are those land spouts or those water spouts making its way onto land. And like we saw earlier this morning, we had damage around Beauvoir, and for other locations we had tree damage and a little bit of minor damage. So we could see these water spouts actually make its way on through. So at the moment, no tornado warnings for Harrison or Jackson counties at the moment, but we're watching these very, very closely. In fact, we can take a look at some of the velocity in there across the rotation for those locations, and we'll notice that we could probably see some of the rotation there. So the little areas that we're noticing, notice this little red and green notch right there. That's an area of rotation that we're watching. We're also watching this area of rotation just south of Biloxi. So again, nothing too well defined yet, nothing well pronounced, but something we have to watch very closely.
And Eric, it's kind of hidden right there at the notch in Horn Island. You'll notice that there is a bit of rotation there too. If you look just off to the very central part of Horn Island, I've got it circled there. You could barely see it within that notch when you're looking from the mobile radar, but I wanted to point that out too. We're going to be watching this one pretty closely as it makes its way off towards the northwest. That is going to move towards the Bellefontaine area. We did where the old St. Andrews Golf Course used to be. We're going to watch that get pretty close to there, and we'll watch that closely. But for right now, once again, that only tornado warning on the screen that you're seeing is for areas of central Hancock County, and it looks like that rotation has really started to weaken. I'm going to stay with you at least, though, for the next few rounds of the radar, just to make sure that rotation doesn't tighten back up. Sometimes it does, at least for 2 more rounds of the radar, just so we can make sure we keep you updated in case it does. We're going to continue to track that, though. Once again, that rotation over towards Highway 43, and then we're tracking several areas of rotation offshore. Hopefully the areas of rotation that we're tracking will start to weaken, but we can't guarantee that, so we're going to continue to watch that.
Yeah, Andrew, and just to remind everyone, you know, tornadoes do happen in South Mississippi, and you got to protect yourself. We saw those quick spin-ups, and that's what's going to happen, like what we saw this morning. They happened very quickly, so you need to know what to do in order to act very fast. So if you live in a house and you live on the lowest level of the house, you want to stay in the lowest level. If you live in an apartment complex, make friends with your neighbors and try to get downstairs. You want to get to the lowest level possible. Notice an outline of a house here. We want you to go into the area that is inside the middle of the house. We don't want you to be on any outside walls, because those are the weaker parts of your home. What you need to do is get into the middle of your house where there are no windows and watch those areas and just protect yourself. Get down low, protect your head, your neck from flying debris. Again, that's the main tornado precautions that you should take. Of course, if you have a basement, not many of us do in South Mississippi, that would be even better. But again, lowest interior room or closet into your house. Put as many walls between you and the outside of your house as possible. Another quick note, we're still watching all the warnings as far as the flooding goes, and this is what we have. We still have flash flood warnings going into effect for George and Stone counties, and all these greens, these light greens you see here, those are river flood warnings. So again, just the difference between a watch and a warning. The warning means that it's imminent. We are already seeing radar indicated circulations, and we've had a history of those showers and thunderstorms producing waterspouts earlier this morning. So a look at the wider view of what's happening is we have the Tropical Storm Cindy that's centered off towards the southwest. We're getting those showers and thunderstorms building in this big band here. Notice all the bubbly features of this. We had that sunshine today that's destabilizing the atmosphere, and that's allowing those thunderstorms to intensify, and they're riding right along shore. And again, they are going to be producing some very heavy rain. Andrew, I've been hearing the chat kind of going off a little bit. Do we have any new information on chat at the moment?
Yes, they actually just canceled the tornado warning for Hancock County, so we're actually free to go ahead and get out of programming here, and that's what we're actually about to do. They went ahead and canceled it earlier because the rotation looked like it was weakening enough. So once again, we're about to get you right back into regular programming here. We still have a few areas of waterspouts offshore that we're watching closely. If need be, we will be sure to cut back into programming.
This WLOX News Tropical Weather Update, sponsored by Community Bank, like no other bank you know.